Alright, I waited until the Hurricanes game to end, and it is definitely a horrendous game to watch. So, after this video, I'm going immediately straight to that video because it is probably going to be being absolutely pissed off about that game, but it's a total different story. But for this story, it's the Florida Panthers story, and we just did not have our nights. So I'm not gonna take too much time in this video because it is 11:25. Well, actually, it's 11:26 now. We gotta wait. I gotta wake up earlier than normal because of the reason being that the Dolphins are playing in Germany tomorrow morning. Well, for Germany folks, it is during the afternoon, but for us, it'll be like 9:30 kickoff versus Kansas City Chiefs, and definitely need time. Definitely need to wake up earlier than normal. So this is going to be a shorter video, and especially the next video that's going to be pretty moody. So I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way, like I did during the playoffs. Like this, I would just be literal to this, but because of the way how we played, I don't think I'm going to spend too much time on it. So there were 3 goals in the first period, and spoiler alert, none of them were the Florida Panthers. Florida Panthers didn't have any shots in until the first goal for Chicago. That's what we played against, Chicago Blackhawks, who came down the bottom of, let me double check real quick. They were at the bottom of the Central Division. I think that's what their division is. Central? Yeah, their Central Division. Bottom of the Central Division. And yet they whooped our ass. They whooped our asses. They have 3 goals. One is from Nick Foligno, which was a power play goal, and a penalty was given up from Stenlund for interference against Ryan Donato. So that was the reason for that. Then there was a penalty a little bit after that, Corey Perry against Anthony Stolarz. So really, so what ended up happening was Perry was shoving Stolarz, and then Stolarz, I guess, retaliated. He pushed him back from behind, and then those two went on to scuffle and wanted to beat each other up. And Corey Perry, I mean, we experienced with Corey Perry for years. He was with the Tampa Bay Lightning. He gets called for a roughing, goes to the penalty box, and then 20 seconds later, Verhaeghe gets called for a holding against Connor Murphy, and if you ask me with that call, I mean, that's a terrible call. That is a horrible call. What happened was Murphy was actually going down during he was going down, and then the hold happened. Okay, if I said during, maybe it was during the time where he was already falling on the ice. He was already falling on the ice, but yet the referee insisted to call a whistle. And spoiler alert, Zaitsev, I can't pronounce it right, of course, but Chicago, assisted by Philip Kurashev and Rachel, they scored 2-0. And then 3 minutes later, another one scores. It's Taylor Hall, assisted by Jason Dickinson and Tyler Johnson. 3-0 the first period, Blackhawks. I mean, Stolarz did not look confident in this game alone. I don't think. I mean, at least with the Sharks. Sharks are going through the worst rebuilding period in history. The Blackhawks are on a resurgence of a good season. Don't let their record fool you and their standings fool you that they have a good, talented team. They got the veterans, and they got a young rookie who, by the way, scored later in the game. So, Jared Tenorti was called for interference against Barkov. Barkov actually took a piece at Tenorti after that interference. So there was a scuffle there. There was a curricular activity. And Florida gets on a power play. And newsflash, that penalty was killed off. So no surprise there. And there were a few chances there, but really the one goalie that stands out is Peter Mrazek. I mean, Mrazek is he is a good goalie for Chicago. I mean, he has saved 38 tonight. 38. We'll move on to the second period. Florida actually putting on some pressure a lot more. You know, for example, we got Lorentz trying to get stuff in, Matthew Tkachuk trying to get it in, Ekman Larson, Barkov especially, Verhaeghe, Reinhart, and Kulikov, both trying to contribute to get something in, especially with Mahura too. But none of them. The most pressures were from the Florida Panthers. Most pressure. It took one rookie to score something in the second period. Did we score? No, despite us being a way better team in the second period. Guess who scores the second period? Assisted by Philip Kurashev and Jared Tenardi. I mean, of course, it's Connor Bedard. Connor Bedard scoring his fifth goal of the season. Fifth goal of the season for a rookie. I mean, he's the number 1 overall pick in the 2023 draft for a reason. I understand he's going to be the future superstar. And if he stays around with Chicago, then the league has some force to be reckoned with. So, again, after Bedard, Florida gets back under pressure. Lundell trying to get something in. But ultimately, Mrazek is a whole nother level. And then Stolarz having some difficult night. We're producing some saves as well. And at the end of the second period, Stolarz gets called for a tripping against Taylor Hall, and it was served by Nick Cousins. So, and that penalty was killed off. That was actually a nice penalty kill. We go to the third period. Now, third period, finally, we get something in. So, Connor Bedard gets called for a high stick against Oliver Ekman Larson. And guess who scored during that power play? The guy who has called against a high sticking on. Ekman Larson scoring his second goal of the season, assisted by Swaggy and Barkov. So Ekman Larson finally gets something in on the power play goal, and finally we have a power play goal after these weeks. I mean, it's ridiculous about these special teams. And I thought we were gonna be total winless of the power play goals, but thankfully that did not happen here. Then I would say I do apologize. I swear to God, I don't know what happened that shut down the video. I have no idea. I do apologize. Now it definitely means this video is not gonna be uploaded till midnight. So, God damn it. I do apologize. I really, really, really apologize there. All right, then. So I want to say. So before we get to another goal, there was a situation 8 minutes and 42 seconds in. There was a situation in front of the net of was it Mrazek? Yeah, Mrazek, wide open. Barkov. I thought the puck went in, but it turns out it hit the crossbar. I was like, God damn it! So that didn't happen at all, and no 4-2 at that point. Eventually, it did go 4-2, assisted by Swagger and Mahura. Matthew Tkachuk, Chucky with the backhand, got himself an open room to score a goal, and with that goal in his career, he has now 500 NHL points in his career. So congratulations to Matthew Tkachuk. All right, so at the end of the third period, Florida was really putting in the pressure. We got Tkachuk trying to get one, Verhaeghe, Reinhart, Barkov, Ekman Larson trying again. Those guys are trying to make something in, especially now there was a 4-on-4 penalty. Wayes Kaiser with the hold stick on Lundell. And Lundell, for some reason, gets called for a cross-check, which is a bogus call. What happened was Kaiser was holding Lundell's stick. He was holding his stick, that gets called for a cross check. A little shove there to try to get him off to get the stick back, and now it's called for cross check. And what a soft penalty! What a soft call that was. Soft. By the way, it became a 5-on-4 because empty net, and it was a 4-on-4. Eventually became 6-on-5 because penalties were killed off. Florida was just so close to making 4-3, and in fact, throughout the whole later in the game, they were so close to scoring a goal, but Mrazek is just a whole nother level. And then eventually, empty net goal, Philip Kurashev puts the finishing touches, wrist shot to make it 5-2 Chicago, and Chicago wins this one 5-2. I mean, Chicago definitely deserved this win. Stars of the game: Taylor Hall, 1 star; Connor Bedard, 2 stars, and 3 stars is Philip Kurashev. I mean, I'm kind of surprised. Mrazek is not in the list of stars of the game. I'm just surprised. That's all. 40 shots that Florida has shot, and only 2 of those were in. 24 shots for Chicago. That's 16 less than what we have. 18 hits for Florida compared to 19 that Chicago has, and evens out with 8 minutes in total penalty. So I will say about 4 penalties were called each side, if my math is correct. So I'll say about 8 penalties in total, 4 from each side. And our next game against Chicago is next week, officially, because this video is going to be uploaded during midnight. So I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, guys, there you go. I'll see you guys later on for a Hurricanes video. If you haven't enjoyed this video, not the game, hit the like button, subscribe to my content, because Miami TVG has your back. And when he does, he'll be right there with you for the entertainment you deserve. This is Miami TVG. As always, go Panthers. They end this road trip 1-1-1. Only got 4 points out of 3 points out of this. I forgot, it's not soccer. Anyway, so it's not a total loss. So anyway, we go back home on Monday against Columbus, and I'll see you guys then. Good night, everybody.